up, guys? Hey, it's been a long time, a couple weeks. Hope you guys are all having a great day. I know you are. Hey, we're back on the one of my most famous builds. This is my 2004 Toyota Celica GTS Turbo. Pretty amazing here. I love this car. Hey, one of the issues is that the fuel pump has been going out on it. It needs a bigger, better fuel pump. So we're gonna install a fuel pump on this car. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it bolt by bolt. It'll be a really easy how-to, and so let's get right into it, and then we will go for a drive and do some boosting in this video. Okay, we're gonna have some tools here. So you're gonna need a 10 millimeter, a 12, and an 8. Then we have a fuel filter. The filters are inside of here. You can get these OEM or aftermarket. They both work. You should replace the filter. It's like a sponge that's inside of here, and you can't just exchange. You got to get this whole new unit. Here's a fuel pressure regulator. We're gonna install that, and then here is the monkey wrench. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what I think it's 255 liters per minute is what this is. The flow on here, it might say, I don't remember. It's the biggest one that they have. It should be a plug and play, but it did come with a an adaptable wire harness that would go in here. For some reason, I thought on my other car that it plugged and played with the OEM one, but it might not. So we'll see once we get in there. I can't remember, it's been a while. First things first, we're gonna come over to the back of the vehicle. You're gonna need some light unless you're doing this outside. And you're gonna remove the cover. I love this Celica that I've had. This is my 9th Toyota Celica. But what we're trying to do is to get behind here because underneath the rear seat is where the fuel pump is. So we're gonna put these two seats down and we're gonna remove this lower plastic right here. Okay, there's just 2 little push pins on that and they'll come out. Mine for some reason had screws. I forgot, I owned this car a long time ago. It was a weird car. I think I might have taken this out a long time ago. Anyways, there's a 10 millimeter right there. Right there, and then there's 2 12s right here. So we're gonna use, get the 10 millimeter out on each side of those, and then the 12s right there. Okay, here it is. So these are the 2 bolts that are right here. They're 10 millimeters. You should be able to get it from this angle. I'm coming up from the top down, and we're just gonna do lefty-loosey on those. All this time, and I still don't have a 12 millimeter gear wrench, but you should get a gear wrench. The 12 is right down there, so I'm using the open-ended 12 millimeter crescent, and we're doing lefty-loosey on that. Once that last 12 millimeters off, the rear top seats come up, and then we can just yank on the lower seats, and we'll have access to the fuel pump. Not too hard. Okay, so technically 6 bolts, and that's up. Most people climb up in there. I'm kind of a big guy, so I'm just gonna yank on the front of it, and it'll come up. Let's see if I can video while I do it. Okay, more effort than you think, but we can now see where the fuel pump is, right in the middle there. Okay, all we're gonna do now is just take a flathead screwdriver and we're gonna pry up underneath the sealant so that we have access to the, someone called it a trap door. I like that, it's the trap door. And it looks like this is probably gonna be the easiest access point right here. Right there, to see that? And then you just kind of wiggle around. And it's really on there, especially since I'm doing this during the winter time. It's on there, so it's right here. Okay, flathead, it unhooked the sealant around here. Has this been opened or not? I'm not sure, I can't tell. There's going to be a connector right here, and then another connector right here. Someone called them easy clips, I like that. Just push down and these come up on both of these. Once these are out, you're gonna have, this is the powered side, and then the return side. And I'll show you guys how to remove both those. I've done this a lot, and then you will want to remove, these are going to be the 8 millimeter. So let's just remove the 2 electrical cords. When we're all done, we will clean this. Believe this or not, this is supposed to be white. That's crazy, so dirty. I'll clean it all. Okay, so this one has a little yellow clip. You do not want to lose this. I already lost this on my MR2 one time. These are the same as MR2, by the way, and the Lotus. So you're just going to pull this back. Don't lose that little plastic clip right here. Be just very careful. You might be able to do it with your fingernail or a flathead. And then this one is obviously, well, I don't know if it's obvious, but you guys push on these 2. My light, there we go, that's better. Push on those 2 and it'll pop up or out. And then once we have that, we'll do the 8 millimeters around and we'll have access. Okay, before you let some pressure out of the gas before you take off that one, if there's pressure on there, it should come out and not squirt as much. And then it's this one right here. It might make a mess. Nope, we're good. See right there? That's actually a sign that even the car has been sitting for a while, but that could be a sign that that is a weak fuel pump. Some of the symptoms is long start. So a couple clicks over, you'll get a code for lean bank 1 or lean bank. That could be another one. And then the main one that usually happens is you accelerate up a hill and there's some bogging, or when you're at an idle, which that's this one, when you're at an idle, it hunts or it goes from 1,000 RPM down to like 400 back up to 1,000. Very, very common with fuel pumps. In addition to that, this car has, so the engine has like not many miles on it, maybe like 10,000, but the car body I think has 170,000. And so that means that fuel pump's probably never been changed. So it probably has 170,000, and I'm asking it to feed 550 injectors. It's not gonna do it, it's just worn out. So this will be a big fix. Happened on my MR2 when I turboed it as well. Okay, once you have the 8 millimeters out, you'll be able to pull out the fuel pump, which I already did. It'll look like this, so you pulled it out. They're the 8 millimeters. I actually used the Phillips head because they are Phillips head 8 millimeters. And then I brought the fuel pump over here. I think that the fuel pump filter has been changed, and I don't know if I did that because I did own this car and then sell this car. I think someone else did. But I can see that it's a different hue than the, I might have done it, I don't remember. I don't think I did. It's a different hue, the plastic is. Can you guys see that or no? Yeah, it looks the same on the camera. It's a little bit different. So, very simple. Flathead will remove all of these. So we're just gonna use a flathead to pull this apart. This is a filter, it's a sponge. Inside of here is a fuel pump. Here's a fuel sock. You can just reuse the same sock. The sock is a special design where it's an L. Yeah, gas will come out. Where it's an L so that the floater doesn't get affected by that. So you gotta make sure it's an L if you're gonna use an aftermarket one. Otherwise it won't read properly. Very easy. So flathead right here, we're gonna separate this. This is easy plug and play as well. The whole thing's plug and play. So I'm just gonna pull the flathead and separate this. Okay, so fuel, I don't know, sock. Here's the old fuel pump. Any engravings? I don't know. I don't know if this is the OEM, I don't recall. This looks, there's no, is there, I think they're Denzo's, the original one. I don't know. Is there a part number? No. What you're gonna do is, so this is the filter, we're gonna discard that. This does come with the, I have a fuel pressure regulator right here. They're really cheap, by the way. There is a grommet that I want out of there. There's some gas coming out. And then we want this entire top. But before we do that, I'm gonna clean this top real quick. But we want everything on here. I actually have another one of these too right here, which is a, oh, I can't even remember what that is, return or something. And then don't damage the fuel, sorry, I'm saying this wrong, the fuel floater. So be careful with that. We're gonna transfer this over and I'm gonna show you guys how to put it all back together so it looks really nice and clean. You can actually see the visual difference. It is larger. It's actually larger, the Monkey Wrench Racing one. And then it's gonna show you that they don't want to use the OEM cushioner, which is down below. You're gonna remove, which it says don't use, and then you're gonna cut out a little bit of this cap right here so that it actually fits. So you're gonna have to cut this real quick. I remember doing this on my last one. Okay, with this kit, so I did cut that. I used my little jigsaw. You'll have to do that. This is an OEM clip, does not fit into the OEM. It is not an OEM replacement. It says it is, it's not. And there's instruction for it. I just wanna make sure because when I was younger, I didn't like to do this kind of stuff. I just wanted it to plug the other one in. If you want that, that's not this one. But this is a bigger fuel pump, visibly, you can see. And anyways, that being said, you're gonna have to cut these and splice these. There's the blue is gonna be the positive, the black is gonna be the negative. Same thing here. Why? Because this clip right here is wider than on this clip. I'm assuming because it draws more power, positive and negative. So you're gonna have to cut these, you're gonna have to splice these together, and then we're gonna try to use a little bit of this heat wrap. If the heat wrap doesn't work, we can just use some electrical tape. It's already like that in the fuel pump. So if you think your car's gonna blow up, because I did as a kid, it's already like that. So it's just okay to have electricity running through liquid gas. I guess this is how the world works. Okay, pretty good connection right there. I did trim a little bit too far back on the positive, that's okay. These are little heat wraps, so we're gonna put these over that and then heat it up with a lighter. Hopefully it comes out as good. If not, we'll do electrical tape. Turned out pretty good. Almost, I'd say better than electrical tape. Heat gun, those little shrink wraps, do you just go back and forth like that? You don't wanna cook it too much though, they will tear. And then it's kind of like a steak. You gotta let it rest. Let it rest for a while, very nice. And now this little aftermarket adapter from Monkey Wrench Racing should work perfectly. That looks OEM, like if someone were to open this up, they would not know that this was not OEM. So allow it to cool for a little bit before fondling. And then, yeah, reassemble. Here's the new fuel filter with the OEM little rubber seal. If you lose this or break this, you can order from Monkey Wrench. They do have these. I've done that in the past. It needs to sit right down in there. Okay, 1 hour later, so I've just been fidgeting with this thing. Do not buy aftermarket fuel filter. Just buy the OEM one. It just never fits. I remember that, and I cheaped out again. And the difference in price is like, I think this is like 30 bucks and the OEM is like 54. So just spend the extra money. It did fit. It is together. Here's my Dremel job. It's so bad, I hate that, or Sawzall job. I remember the last time it was the same thing. So I went to use the aftermarket fuel filter. Again, you have to use the fuel sock, OEM fuel sock and OEM fuel filter. Don't do what I did. The only thing that you should do is switch out for a larger fuel pump. AEM makes one as well, and the AEM one fits better. So I do love Monkey Wrench, but the AEM one does fit better, if I recall. And it's black, and it's actually a bigger pump. So this is the final fuel assembly, pretty good. You can do this, just you may break that lower keep, so you might have to order one of these. You might break this because I did a really icky Dremel job, but that's how it looks. Anyways, buy OEM fuel filter and then buy the aftermarket if you're gonna upgrade it, or switch just back to OEM. You can always just do OEM for OEM. If you're looking for this video, this is easy how-to. So let's go ahead and reinstall this. Okay, fuel pump is back assembled and put back in, just the way that we took it out. Connected everything. You need to prime it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it in and see if it works. I am low on gas, so I already know that. And it should pump. So here we go, put it in neutral. There you go. Nice. So you're gonna wanna look around, make sure that you don't have any leaks. It can come, if you do have a leak, it actually can come from the, come right from up down here. So you should look down there too to make sure that you don't have any leaky. And then other than that, we've done it. Now we have a bigger fuel pump installed. The car did fire right up. And so we should go buy some gas so we don't burn out this new fuel pump. And then as for putting everything back together, you're just gonna reverse the steps. You'll put the lower ones in, you'll click them down. I'm gonna vacuum underneath here real quick. Then you'll connect the upper ones with the two 10 millimeters on each side over there, and then followed by the two center 12 millimeters. Throw that plastic back on, and throw your, your privacy cover, and yeah, we're good to go. Okay, it's working. Seems to be fine. Everything's good. I actually had another thing. I did have a dud one time where I had a fuel pump that was new and it didn't work, so be aware of that. I obviously don't have gas, so we're gonna get some gas and then I'll do some boosted pulls and you guys can see it. This car is so beautiful. I love this car. Wow, I love that I bought this car, I sold this car, and then I bought it back. How crazy is that? And I turbo built it. I did a lot, so amazing. I'm really happy. Okay, we're getting some fuel because this thing was completely like 100% out. So we should be good now. And then we'll hit some boosts. I'm excited, but I love this car. Amazing. Turbo Celica GTS, looking good. Looking good. Adding some 92 octane. We're gonna top it off. Gas here is pretty expensive, $5.20. Yeah, we're gonna top it off. Everything seems to be good. All looks good. I do have these on my website, MITSUBISHI.com, if you guys want those. The little LED right there, that's gonna be on MITSUBISHI.com as well. Same with these are on MITSUBISHI.com. I love that. Really looks good. The Celica looks modern. Beautiful car. Let's go fill this thing all the way up. It'll probably be about $50, and then we'll hit some boost and clean. There was a little bit of weird smelling stuff inside of the fuel pump. I'm not sure what that was from Monkey Wrench. It was like a lubricant. So I'm gonna clear that all out with actual gasoline. So the car definitely is liking this new fuel pump, I'll tell you that. I mean, look at this, watch this. It's very smooth. There was a kind of a little bit of a vibration or a misfire when I was accelerating before, and now it just absolutely loves it. It's very happy. This kit doesn't require you to do a bigger fuel pump, it says, but after this experience, you should put it on your purchase list. These fuel pumps are very affordable. The only thing I would say is that fitment is not my favorite thing, to be honest. So that's the one thing, is the fitment. That's pretty amazing right there. I love it. Okay, all done. Put the whole car back together. I'm gonna wrap up this video here. That is how to do it. If you're gonna do this again, that was the Monkey Wrench one. I'll have it linked below. It is a bigger liters per minute. I think it's 255. It does meet the need of the Turbo Celica or a 2ZZ MR2 or a Lotus supercharger or something like that. It'll meet that need if you need to replace it. The only thing is, I just showed you a little custom. It is not a plug and play. It says plug and play, it's not. Plug and play, I could have just unclipped that and put the other one in, it fit right in. But it did work, and I did the same thing last time I did this. When I bought it, I just didn't recall, but we got it in there. That being said, the car runs, drives, obviously makes a lot of boost. Very fun, front wheel drive, so it burns out a lot. But I do think I need to clean the mass airflow sensor, so I'll be doing that soon. Clean the mass airflow sensor, and yeah, going from there. Make sure to like, subscribe, swing by MITSUBISHI.com. See you guys in the next video.